Good morning, sir. For today, I'm going to discuss the rules of the game of the table tennis. So, the table tennis is a common game here in the Philippines. So, we all know this kind of game is well known. We have here the introductions. The aim of the game is simple. Hit the ball over the net onto your opponent's side. The ball should bounce once on the opponent's side of the table. A point is won by you if your opponent is unable to return the ball or if they hit the ball before it bounces on their side of the table, unless the ball has already cleared the table. So we have 13 rules of the game in table tennis. First is games are played to 11 points. Games are won by the first player or the team to score 11 points, while winning by 2, if there is a 10-10 or the tie, the game is won by the first player or team to score 2 points more than the opposition. In the last possible game of a match, the players or team change ends when either player or team has scored 5 points. A game of table tennis is played until one of the players scores 11 points, or if there is a 2 points difference after the score was tied, or for example 10 and 10. A match is best 3 of 5 games. A game is played to 11 points but must be won by at least 2 points. So it must be in favor of at least 2 points to make it the game is have a win of the game. Second rules of the game of table tennis is alternate serves every 2 points. Each player gets 2 serves and it alternates until one of the players scores 11 points. Unless there is a deuce or tie, in that case, each player gets only 1 serve and it alternates until one of the players gets a 2 points lead. Alternate serve every 2 points until the end of the game or the reaches, for example 10 or 10, deuce or the tie. Alternate serves each point until one player is ahead by 2 points and wins the game. So like what as I said in the first rules. The third one is that toss the ball straight up when serving. So how do you serve the ball in ping pong? First is hold the ball in your open palm. This is the palm. Just put the ping pong ball here behind your end of the table. So in table tennis, there's a table. Toss at least 6 straight up and strike it on the way down. It must hit your side of the table and then the other side. So when you are serving the ball of the table tennis, you must be strike it on the way down. So unlike in the volleyball, so if there's a server na mag-spike kanang i-hit sa ground, and then if ang kalaban is dili niya ma-catch tong kuan is automatic kuan sa server score. So unlike with the table tennis game, if ang mag-serve is kailangan siya maka-strike, it must be hit in the other side or the opponent sides, especially in a single match. So dili siya pwede ka nang i-serve nga idiretso rag kuan sa balik na po sa kalaban ag kuan. So kailangan siya is ma-hit siya sa ground. So take note, Once the ball leaves the service hand, it is in play and so count as the receiver's point if the ball is missed or mishit. So like what as I said. So let's move on for the in the fourth rules, which is the serve can land anywhere in singles. There is no restriction on where the ball lands on your side of your opponent's side of the table. It can bounce 2 or more times on your opponent's side. If so, that's your point. Bounce over the side or even hit the edge. So like what as I said, if you are going to serve, it must be hit in the ground before you catch or kanang imong ingana. Unlike sa volleyball nga, if mag-serve is inig-spike and then maulbura sa jagamay, pwede ra nimo kuan diretso. But in the table tennis, kailangan siya ma-hit una sa ground usa ka mo spike ug balik. So that's all my presentation, because the other rules from 5 to 13, it would be tackled in the other 2 member of this group, which is group 7. Thank you for listening and have a good day. God bless us all.
Number 5. Double serves must go right court to right court. The serve must bounce in the server's right court and receiver's right court. Note, landing on center line is fair. Double partners switch places after their team serves twice. So, dapat, pag mag-serve ka is ang bola, gikan sa right court, mo dong siya sa right court pad. And if you're in partners, after 2 serves, mag-switch na mo kung kinsay sunod mo serve. Number 6. A serve that touches the net on the way over is a let. If a serve ball hits the net on the way over and otherwise legally bounce in play, it's a let. Serve and is done over, there's no limit on how many times this can happen. So, if nag-serve ka and ang bola na touch ni jag net, ni in man pod, mo utro ra kag serve. Pero if ang bola na touch ni jag net pero di si ni in sa pikas na court, is makakuha points ang imong kontra. Number 7. Alternate hitting and a double rally. Double partner must alternate hitting the balls in a rally, no matter where the ball lands on the table. So, meaning, ang mag-partner is dapat mag-alternate silang hit sa bola. Bisan asa mo abot ang bola basta padong na nila. Number 8. Volleys are not allowed. In a regular tennis, you may volley the ball, hitting the ball before it bounces on your side of the net. But in table tennis, this results in a point for your opponent. Note, when your opponent hits a ball that sails over your end of the table without touching and then hits you or your paddle, that is still your point. So, sa regular tennis, okay lang bisan imong ihit ang bola bisan wala pa nakaigo sa imong court. Pero sa table tennis, dapat naghuwat jud kang maigo tong court nimo or mo-bounce siya una bago nimo igo ng bola.
Rule number 9. If your hit bounces back over and then over the net by itself, it is your point. If you hit the ball in a rally or on a serve and it bounces back over the net after hitting your opponent's side of the table without your opponent touching, that is your point. So, kani nga rule is inig-serve nimo, pag-serve nimo na ang bola or ang ping-pong ball is nibalik og sud sa imong net due to kanang kusog nga pag-hit. Bisan pag wala siya na touch or na hit sa imong opponent, point gyapon na nimo. Rule number 10. Touching the ball with your paddle hand is allowed. If the ball touches your paddle hand and otherwise results in a legal hit, there is no rule violation and play shall continue as normal. However, if your opponent's hit sails over your side of the table without touching it and hits any part of you and your paddle, that is still your point. So what is the paddle hand? The paddle hand includes all fingers and hand area below the wrist. So dana ra jud sa taman para ma-count imong point. But if ang ball is mo touch any part of your body, point na sa ang point is ma-convert sa imuhang kontra. Rule number 11. You may not touch the table with your non-paddle hand. You may touch the table with your paddle hand after reaching in to return a short serve, for example, or other parts of your body. If the table moves at all from your touching it during a rally, that is your opponent's point. This rule stated nga ang katong non-paddle hand nimo or katong free hand, katong hand nga wag gunit sa paddle is di siya pwede or di siya allowed mo hikap or mo tungtong iyang kamot sa table. Kana ra siya nga specific part of the body. But if you're moro to ikuan din. But if ang table is imong nalihok during sa rally, ang point is maadto sa imuhang kontra. An edge ball bouncing off the horizontal tabletop surface is good. An otherwise legal serve or hit may contact the top edge of the horizontal tabletop surface and be counted as valid, even if it bounces sidewise. The vertical sides of the table are not part of the playing legal surface. So this means sa table tennis, ang horizontal side is okay, og muadto mong bola is counted ra gyapon. Pero if ato siya matunong sa vertical side, katong nahigda, horizontal side is katong barog. So maputunong siya sa vertical side, ang point is dili counted. Rule number 13. Honor systems applies to these agreements. If no referee is present during a match and the players disagree on a certain call, the honor system applies and the player should find a way to agree or play a point over. Ping pong carries a tradition of fierce but fair play. Ito. So, honor system, gamiton na siya if ang duha ka team or ang opposing team is nag-agree sa gihatag nga call kay kuan. So dapat mangita sila paagi nga para mahapsay ilang duwa, either mo balik sila og duwa. And that's are the 13 rules in playing table tennis. Thank you.